Greetings and welcome to another episode of Sonic Odyssey, the video music channel dedicated to bringing you the last 5 decades or so of music in review and discussion format. Before we dive into today's music, let's get some housekeeping out of the way. Be sure to like the video so others can also catch it on YouTube. And please also consider sharing the video through social media channels. You can use Facebook, you can post it directly to Facebook or your Twitter account. Also Instagram and other platforms are available. Also, please do subscribe to the video channel so you can stay up to date with all things Sonic Odyssey. Each week I try to bring out a new video, and so far I've been hitting it pretty regularly. Also, you could consider visiting my Patreon page if you feel like donating to the channel to help contribute to the work that I'm doing here. You can take a look at that. There's a link in the description below the video, and you can donate anything from a couple of dollars a month upwards. Anything at all would be appreciated. You can have your name listed in the end credits, or you could even go so far as to have an album of your choice for me to review here on the video channel. So there are lots of options available. So let's get to today's music. Today we're looking at the 5th studio album by a band that many consider the sires of progressive rock. Yes. Close to the Edge, their 5th studio album, was released in September 1972. And as I've discussed in previous videos, there really is something very special about this period of time. Progressive rock, jazz fusion, doom metal, psychedelic rock, proto-punk, and many other forms of music were all gestating at that time and formulating at that time. There's so much style and variety that came out, and so many bands, especially rock and roll bands, who experimented with a variety of styles on their individual LPs at that time. Of course, you have bands like Queen, The Who, Elton John, Bruce Springsteen, so many people who did a variety of different styles and genres of music in that time frame. It was just freedom. There was just this musical freedom that was felt, and the braveness of the artists to take advantage of that luxury. So, Yes is firmly rooted in the progressive rock genre, and they produced a really special album with Close to the Edge. It was their first album to feature an over 18 minutes long song, which was the title track, Close to the Edge, and is composed of only 3 tracks, the shortest of which is just barely under 10 minutes long. Close to the Edge was the last album to be recorded with what many consider the classic Yes lineup. This was, of course, John Anderson on vocals and the occasional percussion instruments such as the tambourine or triangle or chimes. Steve Howe on guitar, electric sitar, and backing vocals. Chris Squire on bass guitar and backing vocals. Rick Wakeman on keyboards and synthesizers. And Bill Bruford on drums and percussion. Bill would leave the band shortly after recording Close to the Edge to join King Crimson, and Steve Howe regretted that because he felt that he probably would have enjoyed touring the album with Bill Bruford on drums. but such was not the case. So let's hear a bit of the second track from the album, which is entitled "And You and I."
Begin to enter you. I listened hard but could not see. Life tempo change out and inside me. The preacher training on to lose his name. The teacher travels asking to be shown the same. In the end we'll agree, we'll accept, we'll immortalize. Let the truth of the man maturing in his eyes. Oh, complete in the sight of seeds of life with you to do.
I chose this section of the song because I feel it's a strong representation of how solidly each member of the band contributes to the overall texture of the piece. It's got the classic prog rock feel. It's not distant sonically at all from the fusion that was happening in jazz at the time. And it has that almost comparable to Mahavishnu Orchestra style of play, especially on the song Close to the Edge. The third track on the album, Siberian Catru, closes the album with more sonic landscapes and tonal shifts and some really nice rock and roll riffs to it. Let's give a listen to that one. We'll hear some really nice jamming going on. What I like about the section that I chose for Siberian Catru is the foundation that's laid down by Chris Squire's bass and Bill Bruford's drums that allows Steve Howe and Rick Wakeman to play over it and explore their instruments in solos. And yet at the same time, Chris Squire's bass, while it is laying a solid foundation, is doing so in a really spectacular fashion. The bass line is just marvelous to listen to. Chris Squire is one of those top 5 bassists of all time in rock and roll, and we sadly have lost him. The first and title track from Close to the Edge is a sprawling sonic landscape painted by Monet. I chose not to play a clip from it as its panoramic musical display is best appreciated as a whole, and not just a single 60-minute clip could do it justice. Close to the Edge has natural sounds. There's birds, and you can hear some wildlife and river flowing and it's got beautiful acoustic pieces, marvelous electric pieces. It just really goes all over the place sonically, which is again why I just felt that I couldn't choose one single element from it to make use of for the video. Coming off the heels of Fragile, which was the previous album to this, and its major hit Roundabout, Close to the Edge shows Yes maturing still more and more, and unafraid to forego the need to have a radio edited song available from the album, because the shortest song is 9 minutes 50 seconds long, and that's a bit much for radio size. But it is an album with, even though it's only got 3 tracks, it does keep Yes fans clamoring for more. That period of time, as I've stated before, was a really unique period, and Close to the Edge does a beautiful job of representing Yes at their peak, musically and sonically, and I would give it 4.5 stars out of 5. I highly recommend it if you haven't listened to it. The clips that I played were taken from the recent Steven Wilson remixes of the album. I chose to use the remixes for the sound clips because they bring a more 2020 soundscape to the audio. The original is not bad by any means, but I really felt that there was a richness that could be felt and be highlighted by using the remix version. So that brings us to the end of Close to the Edge by Yes from 1972. I thank you very much for your time, and I appreciate your watching my video, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Please do again consider visiting my Patreon page, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to the video. So thank you very much, and until next time, have a great day. See you soon. Bye.